It's the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Game 6 on tap here on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They're in the driver's seat, leading 3 games to 2, with a chance to close things out here at home.
And, Ed, it just feels like them being at home in their own building, they know. This is the night they need to take care of business. This is their best shot. They don't want to face a Game 7 on the road. So I think it has to happen tonight, if it happens at all.
Here comes the screen. To Russell. Has a chance. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him. Make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Minnesota at the controls. Bell. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Russell. Fine to shoot. Russell, his first effort off the mark. Kawhi Leonard knocks it down from mid-range.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Russell into the front court. Down 4. Bell. To Towns, down low. Slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
To Leonard.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
It's LA Clippers ball to Leonard. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
And stuffs it home. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Beverly into the front court. They trail by 2. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Bell. Here comes the screen. Karl Anthony Towns pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. T-Wolves with the basketball. Cashes in for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Towns swats it.
That kid can block out the sun.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Josh Okogie at the line. First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Beverly into the front court. 10-6 our score. Nothing going here on
the one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
2 for 3 now here in the first.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
George lets it fly, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
T. To Towns. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
From the outside, no good.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
T. To Towns. Has a look. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. This for the tie. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure
Game
they have to push
5
through that and
Portland
do more of that in the
Trailblazers
second quarter.
3-4 Los Angeles Lakers 4-4 final.
That's no good. It's Minnesota basketball. Short jumper won't go down. Beverly into the front court. It's 12-10. To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And the rebound brought down by Jang. Bamute to Teague. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Teague, a shot, no good. Leonard to Beverly. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly to George. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To T.
Game
Nothing
5
going here on that
Sacramento
drive.
Kings 5-1 Denver Nuggets 7-0 final.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Beverly. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try at the line, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Minnesota with the basketball. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Beverly into the front court. They're down 3. To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. George picked up by Teague. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Karl Anthony Towns rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper misses. To Beverly. Shot from in close, no good. Teague with it up top. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game.
Game 6 Los Angeles Lakers 5-5 Portland Trail Blazers 3-6 final.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kawhi Leonard with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
George to Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Timberwolves have the basketball. Russell. To Towns. Russell to Towns. Trying to cash in. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Another shot won't go either. So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
is Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Clippers have themselves a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Timberwolves are within striking distance at the half. Offensively, when they're in the paint, they've had success. They need to keep that up if they want to take the lead in this contest. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Field goals.
For each of these squads, the common theme has been a disciplined approach on offense. That's the reason why you're seeing a nice field goal percentage on both sides of the ball. Smart shot selection is a key part of that fact.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Karl Anthony Towns was inefficient in the first half. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly. To Marcus Morris. Leonard. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Paul George. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jordan Bell with the dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Leonard to George.
Hey, double screen.
Screen coming. George. Finish that. Russell with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. He's 3 for 7.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Russell into the front court. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Down low Towns. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Paul George. To Towns. Swings it. D'Angelo Russell. And the rebound taken in by George. George against Karl-Anthony Towns. And that's rebounded by the Timberwolves. Russell with it up top. 2-point advantage. To Towns. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Towns matched up with Paul George. Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. Russell into the front court. Lead is 2. Towns. From the painted area, won't go down. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. George to the basket, but it won't go. Here's Karl-Anthony Towns. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. His group now down 2. Paul George to Beverly. Gets it in the left corner. Has a chance. Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Beverly into the front court. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the third. George to Leonard. Has a look. Leonard's shot won't go down. Karl-Anthony Towns. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Gorgie Jang knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
That ends the third quarter. The Timberwolves have the lead. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard matched up with the former Wildcat. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Russell with it up top. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Bell to Towns. And scores.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Beverly to Marcus Morris. Off the mark. Well contested. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Russell. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Takes stock of the floor to Leonard. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Marcus Morris. Beverly. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Now a whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
New blood coming in for both sides. Russell. From long range. Slam down. Karl Anthony Towns on the follow.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Beverly into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Kawhi Leonard defended by Jordan Bell. The shot almost. Russell into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Towns. Short jumper stays out. Beverly into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Leonard. To George. Leonard. Fires the three, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Short jumper misses. George defended by Towns. to Leonard. Baseline drive. And a nice finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Towns. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Here's Towns. And George able to gobble up the rebound. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Here's a tie-up and an intentional foul. That means free throws coming with a little under 30 seconds to play.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Towns. To Russell. Bell. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game. So if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers are one step closer to a championship with today's win. Still, the journey is far from over. They've got to stay focused. They want this journey to end with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in their hands. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Timberwolves weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Paul George put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy.
Game 6 Minnesota Timberwolves 2-9 Los Angeles Clippers 3-4 final.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.